What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Good morning, and welcome to your daily Bitcoin update. In this video, we'll talk about some fundamental developments around Bitcoin. We'll talk about the technicals, and then just basically everything you need to know and what you can expect. Hopefully, the audio is relatively okay, and hopefully this I have to adjust the cam a little bit. But my setup, I changed it yesterday, so I still need to get used to some things. But let's get right to the point. Bitcoin. So obviously yesterday was a big market opening day. Today as well, but it's a little bit less. So with that I mean that institutions and big market makers are opening their positions. As you can see, yesterday we had quite some big moves, especially in the morning. But today that was already a lot less. I mean, the Asian markets opened a little bit bearish. We dropped down to 21,000, but we're still above that. So it's not the end of the world. Volume is pretty good right now, especially if you compare that to last month. And it has stayed pretty good. I mean, as you can see, we haven't seen a lot of volatility, but it's still relatively high. So I would consider that as bullish. And we have also, as I said, we have broken above 21,000, which is the first time we've done that. I don't think we can necessarily hold that level. I'm going to delete this quickly for some more transparency. Or at least that you can see it better. Don't think that's transparency. But we broke above that. I don't think we're going to hold that, but still. And the big thing is, what I always check out in these videos is obviously the dollar strength index, which is negatively correlated with Bitcoin, and this heavily dictates the price of Bitcoin. And what we have seen is that yesterday evening we were actually quite bullish with Bitcoin, and that was during the same time that the dollar strength index fell a little bit. So that could be seen as that Bitcoin right now is pretty sensitive to at least drops in the dollar strength index, because the increases in the dollar strength index, which happened yesterday, did not cause us to fall that much. So that's a great thing. That's very bullish. But the main thing is what's the dollar strength index going to do? We're now at this level right here at 102.5. We can basically do two things. We can either break above that, or we can find resistance there and start dropping and make a lower low, continuing the downtrend which we are in. And you know which one, it's hard to predict, but to be honest, I think that if the dollar strength index breaks above 102.5, I still think that Bitcoin is able to stay on top of this level here at 20,500, which is our main support level right now. And I actually do kind of expect us to drop down there, but as I said, as long as the dollar strength index does not break above 103.5, which would be very difficult, I think we're going to hold this, and I think we're going to consolidate. And I still believe that at some point next week, or in this week, I meant this week, but it could also be next week, I think we'll get up to 21,700, where we'll find resistance. But I also think that somewhere in the next 2 weeks we can break above that and get towards our next price target at 22,500. I think the economic circumstances are good enough for that. There's also a lot of bullish momentum just in the crypto markets right now, which certainly helps. Just also bullish, I think we should call it bullish sentiment, all right, on Bitcoin and cryptos, on Twitter and YouTube, basically all the sources where you can kind of gauge the sentiment. So that's great. The only way in which this could really be ruined, and that's also hence why I made the title what it is the only way in which Bitcoin could still crash is if we really get some bad news from the Federal Reserve. All right, if the Federal Reserve now says that they're just going to continue the monetary policy, they're going to keep increasing the interest rates. First of all, that's going to cause the dollar strength index to skyrocket, probably up to 104.5. But second of all, that would also cause Bitcoin to crash. All right, so then we would at least, at the least, we would see a move down to 19,700, but probably even down a little bit more, down towards 19,000. All right, so it could still happen. We haven't had any confirmation of a monetary policy change, so please be careful with that. But yeah, I'll keep you up to date on that if that's necessary. But for now, this is my take on Bitcoin. So I want to wish you all a great Tuesday. Take care and bye.